Students, in this video I am going to continue explanation of chapter 4 from your book Flamingo titled The Rat Trap. अब तक के दो पार्ट्स की स्टोरी में हमने पढ़ा कि एक रैट ट्रैप सेलर है जो बहुत ही पुअर है और वो रैट ट्रैप्स बनाता है, लेकिन उसके पास बनाने के लिए मटेरियल नहीं है। वो ये स्वीडन की स्टोरी है। स्वीडन बहुत ही रिच है आयरन मटेरियल में, वहाँ पे आयरन बहुत ज़्यादा पाया जाता है, आयरन फैक्ट्रीज बहुत ज़्यादा हैं। तो आयरन फैक्ट्रीज से वो बचे हुए आयरन, जो इम्पोर्टेंट सामान बनाने के बाद आयरन बच जाता है, रिमेनिंग आयरन, उसको वो बेक करता है, मांगता है, और उससे वो रैट ट्रैप बना करके दिन भर सुबह से शाम तक घूमता है और बेचता है लोगों को। लेकिन ये बिजनेस इतना प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं है, इसके बाद भी कि उसको कोई जीरो इन्वेस्टमेंट है, फिर भी ये बिजनेस उसको प्रॉफिटेबल नहीं लगता। और वो अपने पेट को भरने के लिए चोरी, छोटी मोटी चोरी, और कभी कभी भीख भी मांगता है। बेगिंग पर भी उसको डिपेंड रहना पड़ता है। एक दिन ऐसे ही ऑल ऑफ सडन वो आयरन रैट ट्रैप्स को बेचते हुए एक ओल्ड क्राफ्टर के घर में जाता है नाइट स्टे के लिए, क्योंकि होमलेस भी है। नाइट स्टे के लिए उससे परमिशन मांगने वो काफ़ी हैप्पीली इसको अलाउ करता है। इसके पहले ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ रहता है इस रैट ट्रैप सेलर के साथ। बेसिकली जब भी ये लोगों से दिन भर रैट ट्रैप्स बेचने के बाद शाम को जब सेलर के लिए रिक्वेस्ट करता है तो ऑलमोस्ट इसे रिजेक्शन मिलता है और बहुत ही कम लोग इस पे पीटी करते हैं और इसको अलाउ करते हैं। बट आज पहला ही डोर जो इसने नॉक किया वहाँ पे इसको अलाउ किया गया। ये रुका। क्राफ्टर ने इसको 30 क्रोनोर, ये स्वीडिश अमाउंट है, स्वीडिश करेंसी है, क्रोनोर, उसको दिखाया कि मैंने ये क्रीमरी में अपने काऊ के मिल्क को सेल करके गैदर किया है। क्योंकि ये पुअर है और ये आपको पता है कि स्मॉल थेफ्ट भी करता है। तो सुबह जब होता है फिर क्राफ्टर और ये रैट ट्रैप सेलर दोनों साथ बाहर निकलते हैं। बट कुछ देर के बाद वो वापस आता है और विंडो स्मैश करते हुए जहाँ पे वो मनी रखा हुआ है, क्योंकि ये देख लेता है कि वहीं पे मनी है, और वो चुरा लेता है पैसा। चुराने के बाद ये सोचता है कि अगर हम मेन पाथ से जाते हैं ये रैट ट्रैप सेलर तो पकड़े जाएंगे, इसलिए ये जंगल का रास्ता लेता है, जो मतलब कॉमन रूट नहीं है लोगों का। उधर लोग जाते नहीं, अधिक मात्रा में नहीं मिलते हैं, वो रूट ज़्यादा लोग यूज़ नहीं करते हैं। बट ये ऑल ऑफ सडन उस फॉरेस्ट में कहीं खो जाता है और इसको बाहर जाने का रास्ता ही नहीं निकलता। ये काफ़ी परेशान है। सो नाउ लेट्स कंटिन्यू द स्टोरी। इट वॉज लेट इन दिसंबर. Darkness was already descending over the forest. So it was late in December, means it was the month of December, and it was the end of December. You can say last week and something like that. Means half of December has passed. Darkness was already descending, and you know that December, in the month of December is winter seasons. In Sweden also the weather is something like that. So it was winter season in December as well, in Sweden as well. And that's why darkness was already descending. It was over the forest, means because it was forest, because of trees, even it started become darker in this place more earlier rather than the normal world. This increased the danger, and that's why the danger increased, because it was a forest, might have been many wild animals, and increased also his gloom and despair. And that's why his gloom and despair, his disappointment and his hopelessness also was increasing as day was passing. Finally he saw no way out. Finally he tried his level best. He means the rat trap seller who stole the crafter's money, 30 kroner. He found that there was no solution of his problem. He no way he was able to get out of that forest, and he sank down on the ground. He sat on the ground, accepting his defeat. Tired to death, means he was so tired that you can say that as a dead body can't move from its place. Similarly, he was so tired that he was not able to move from his place. Thinking that his last moment had come, he thought that his last moment has come, because it was forest and he was so tired, nothing was there to eat, there was no shelter actually. So he thought that he will die today. But just as he laid his head on the ground, and he was so tired that he lied on the ground also, but just he laid his ground towards the ground, he heard a sound, and his one ear was towards the ground. He heard a sound actually, okay, through a hard regular thumping. And what was the sound? That was a hard regular thumping. That was a very hard sound, very loud sound of something being thumping. Means as thumping is a kind of sound in which a heavy sound is created, that you can say just like by hammer or anything else, by heavy size hammer, and someone is striking on something with a huge hammer, that then this thumping sound is created. So he heard that thumping sound. There was no doubt, and as he heard the sound, there was no doubt in his mind as to what that was, that what kind of sound this was. As you know that Sweden is rich in iron, and there are many iron factories, and these thumping sounds suggested him that there might have been close to him some iron factory. He raised himself, so he got himself being hopeful that rather than lying at this alone place, solitude place, it will be better to search that iron mill, that iron factory, and there he will rest. Actually, those are the hammer strokes from an iron mill. He at once realized that those thumping sounds were regular thumping sounds were none other than the hammer strokes from an iron mill. He thought there must be people nearby, and if the thumping sound, so definitely the thumping sound, if it was a hammer strokes, so definitely that hammer would have been used by some human being. So he thought that definitely in that iron mill there might have been some human people also. He summoned all his strength. He was very much tired. He was very tired. You know that he has compared his tiredness to his death as well. Means he was very tired. He was not able to move, but being hopeful that there might have been people and he will be saved actually, because here was danger for him. So he summoned, means he gathered, he called all his strength. Actually, what was remained in his got up and he staggered in the direction of the sound. He started walking in a staggering way. Staggering, you know that in an improper way, in a tiresome way. He was walking as he was so tired, not walking properly. That is, you can say ladkhada ke chalna. So he started staggering into the direction of the sound. The Ramsau ironwork, which are now closed down. While he reached there, okay, near the sound, he found that it was an iron factory. Actually, it was an iron mill named the Ramsau ironwork. Okay, Ramsau ironwork was the name of this factory. That is used for the proper and famous name, which are now closed down. But it was now closed down. Were not so long ago, but it was not closed so long ago, so many years before. But it was a very large plant with the smelter. Now these are the, you can say these are the equipments which are used to make a raw iron to convert a raw iron into a good one. A smelter, you know, you can say that it's a kind of device, it's a kind of machine, you can say, which is used to melt the iron. Rolling mill, thereafter there was a rolling mill also, means where iron plates are rolled, and forge. There was a forge, you know that in forge the iron is given a particular shape. In the summertime, long lines of heavy, now it has been described this place in the summertime, while this factory was walking. Actually, then the situation was this: in the summertime, summer months, long lines of heavy loaded barges. Long lines means huge queue, long queues of heavily loaded barge, you know that a kind of boat, actually small size boat. And Iskos is also a kind of boat which has only the surface, and it is, so both are boats actually, barge and Iskos. Barge is a little small size boat, and Iskos is rather than the size of barge, Iskos becomes little bit of larger actually. Slid down the canal. There was a canal also, means in that canal, so there was a waterway through that the business was going on, coming of arrival of raw iron, and after iron making, the good quality iron was supplied by the canal actually. So he says, the author says that in summertime, while the company was this iron works mill was working properly in its full swing, then there might have been always a queue, a big line of barges and Iskos in the canal, which led to a large inland lake. And this canal was laid, means it proceeds towards a large inland lake, means this canal proceeds towards a very big inland, means attached lake, moves towards a lake. and in the winter time. So this was a situation of summertime, and in winter time the roads near the mill were black. The roads near the mill become quite black from all the coal dust which shifted down from the big charcoal crates, because a lot of coal was needed to melt the iron and to make the iron pure from the to free from its impurities. So because of the charcoals, the coal were brought in the trucks, and the road near the iron will become quite black color. During one of the long dark evenings just before Christmas, the master smith and his helpers sat in the dark forge near the furnace waiting for the pig iron. Now we are coming to the current story. So while this crofter arrived there, he found that during one long dark evening, it was one of the most dark evenings. Okay, why long dark evening? Because in the winter time, the evenings nights become longer rather than day. Just before Christmas, and in the time was just before Christmas. That's why it was. It has been mentioned also that it was the end of December, last of December. The master smith, you know, that the chief blacksmith. Okay, there are many workers. Still, Ramsu Iron Work has closed, but there was still this company was working at a low level, at a small scale. Means now it was giving productions at a smaller scale. Not the full-fledged company was running, full-fledged mill was running. It was running on a small scale. अब ये छोटे से स्तर पे चल रहा था, या अब ये कंपनी उतनी बड़े मात्रा में आयरन नहीं बनाती थी, लेकिन अभी भी ये छोटे फॉर्म में चल रहा था. तो जब ये रेड सेलर वहां पहुंचा, तो उसने देखा कि जो चीफ ब्लैक स्मिथ है, along with his helpers, sat in the dark forge. He was sitting in a darkness near the forge. You can see a kind of furnace that was near the furnace, waiting for the pig iron. He was waiting for the pig iron. Pig means a kind of the iron with impurities. लोहा जब जमीन से निकाला जाता है तो उसमें बहुत सारी impurities होती हैं, उसको हम pig iron बोलते हैं. लोहा अयस्क means कच्चा लोहा बोलते हैं इसको. So that was a pig iron which had been to put in the fire, and they will put that, means they were waiting for the pig iron because they will put the pig iron into the fire to be ready to put on the anvil, and thereafter they will means after putting that pig iron into the fire, it will be ready to put on the anvil. Anvil is a kind of place where iron is again you can say a kind of furnace actually, or anvil. Different means there are various kind of अलग-अलग तरह की भट्टियां होती हैं जिसमें आयरन को पिग आयरन को रॉ आयरन को आप कह सकते हैं पिघलाया जाता है, उसमें से इंप्योरिटीज निकाली जाती हैं. तो सबसे पहले पिग आयरन यहाँ पे फर्नेस में रखा जाएगा, फिर एनविल में. एनविल एक दूसरा आप कह सकते हैं छोटा सा और भट्टी होता है. एवरी नाउ एंड देन, एंड नाउ एंड देन मीन्स आफ्टर सम टाइम, आफ्टर certain interval, after a certain gap, after a certain regulation, one of them got up. Means this master blacksmith was sitting, and his helpers time to time were getting up to stir the glowing mass with a long iron bar. Means with a long iron stick, they were getting up to stir the coal. वो कोयले को स्टीर करते थे, मूव करते थे, जिससे वो जो ग्लोइंग मास है, मतलब जो उतना बड़ा कोयला, जो उतने ज्यादा मात्रा में कोयला जो जल रहा था, धधक रहा था, दैट इज ग्लोइंग मास, वो और मतलब आग को ताजा करने के लिए थोड़े थोड़े समय पे उठते थे. और ये जो हेल्पर्स, इसके मास्टर ब्लैकस्मिथ ने, इसके हेल्पर्स उठते थे और बड़े से आयरन रोड से उस पूरे कोयले को स्टीर करते थे, जिससे आग और बेहतर हो सके. रिटर्निंग इन अ फ्यू मोमेंट्स, एंड देयर आफ्टर द रिटर्न. इट वाज देयर रूटीन, dripping with perspiration, and while they returned they were dripping, means water was dropping from their perspiration, means because of a lot of sweat, बहुत ज़्यादा पसीना हो जाता था. और जब वो लौटते जाते थे तो ठीक जाते थे, और जब लौट के आते थे तो इतना टेम्परेचर होता है उस एनविल के पास, फर्नेस के पास, कि पसीने से बिल्कुल लथपथ होके लौटते थे. Returning in a few moments, dripping with perspiration, you know, dripping means water drops, the sweat drops, and perspiration means sweat. So though as was the custom, and it was a custom actually, it was a tradition, that after some time one of the helpers got up, went to the anvil and stirred the charcoal and returned with a lot of sweat. He wore nothing but a long shirt, and what they were wearing, actually they were wearing nothing but a long shirt and a pair of wooden shoes for the safety from the burn. At all the time there were many sounds to be heard, and all the time author says that there would have been many sounds were audible, The forge was also making sound. The big bellows were groaned. The big bellows are a kind of thing which creates which creates air to make the furnace burn and furnace coal burn more properly. Bellows एक तरह का डिवाइस होता है जो आपने छोटे छोटे ब्लैक स्मिथ के पास भी देखा होगा. इससे एयर क्रिएट होता है. इसको हाथ से हम चलाते हैं या फिर मशीन से भी चला सकते हैं. इससे बहुत सारा एयर क्रिएट होता है और ये सीधे इसका एयर जो है वो एनविल की तरफ या फर्नेस की तरफ एंटर करता है और कोल प्रॉपरली बर्न करता है. बेलोज ये होता है. ग्रोन्ड एंड द बर्निंग कोल क्रैक्ड एंड सो दीज वर द साउंड्स एक्चुअली. व्हाट वर द साउंड्स? द फोर्ज, द कोल बर्निंग, the big bellows groaning sound, the air sound, and the burning coal, and the coal was burning and cracking. These are sounds. The fire boy shoveled charcoal, and the fire boy, there was a fire boy also. Shovel is a kind of things by which you would have seen कि जो भी आपके सैंड और ये जो बिल्डिंग मटेरियल सेल करते हैं, शॉवल उनके पास होता है. जिससे बालू आपका सैंड हो गया या फिर जो कंक्रीट हो गया उसको उठा के ट्रैक्टर वगैरह पे लोड करते हैं, शॉवल होता है वो. So there was a fire boy also who was picking up the charcoal with a shovel and throwing into the mommy's mouth of the furnace with a great deal of clatter. And while he was throwing that coal with the help of with that shovel, it was making a clattering sound. Outside roared the waterfall, and just out of this factory, the waterfall means raining at that time, and a sharp north wind, and a very sharp north wind whipped the rain against the brick tile roof, which was whipping means it was making a sound. It was making a thumping sound, slapping sound against the brick tile roof. The brick which was tiled also on the roof of that factory. It was raining, and that raining sound was also audible. It was probably on account of all these noise. Means why author has discussed this about this all this noise. There is a reason behind this, because of this all different sounds of different sounds that the blacksmith did not notice. That's why the master blacksmith did not cared that a man had opened the gate, that a man had opened the gate and entered the forge, and he came into the forge, into the factory area, until he stood close up to the furnace. And the master blacksmith only noticed him when he came and he stood very close to the furnace. Means ये जो आपका रेड ट्रैप सेलर है, जब ये इंटर किया तो इतना सारा शोर होने की वजह से मास्टर ब्लैकस्मिथ ने केयर नहीं किया कि कोई आ रहा है, क्योंकि अब गेट खोलना और उसमें से तो ये गेट खोलने का साउंड बहुत धीमा हो जाएगा. इतने सारे जो साउंड्स यहाँ पे क्रिएट हो रहे हैं. जब ये बिल्कुल फर्नेस के पास जाके खड़ा हुआ तब लोगों ने इसको नोटिस किया, मास्टर ब्लैकस्मिथ और लोगों ने. उसके पहले कोई ध्यान नहीं दे पाया कि कोई आ भी रहा है. Surely it was nothing unusual for poor vagabonds without any better shelter for the night to be attracted to the forge by the glow of light which escaped through the sooty panes. Surely it was nothing unusual. It was not unusual. It was usual actually. It was practiced for the poor vagabonds, for these poor homeless wanderers without any better shelter. Who they have no better shelter for the night. Means this shelter, this factory, this iron factory was a very good shelter for such type of vagabonds, wanderers, to be attracted to the forge. And he attracted towards the forge by the glow of light, to see the glow of light. First he heard the sound, and thereafter he saw the glow of light which escaped through, which was coming out. Escape means coming out through the sooty panes. Sooty, panes, window pans were there. There was windows in that factory also, and window pans. But यहाँ पे कोयले और बाकी सब चीज़ों का काम होता है, इसलिए ये विंडो जो थे वो सूटी हो गए थे, ब्लैक पड़ गए थे, मतलब इन्हें कालिक आ गई थी. लेकिन उन कालिक लगे विंडो पैनल से थोड़ी लाइट जो बाहर निकल रही थी, उन लाइट्स को देख के ऐसे वैगाबॉन्ड्स अक्सर आ जाया करते थे ऐसी फैक्ट्रीज में. एंड टू कम टू वार्म देमसेल्व्स. व्हाई इट वाज अ बेटर शेल्टर इन स्पेशली इन विंटर सीजन? बिकॉज दे कम टू वार्म देमसेल्व्स इन फ्रंट ऑफ. So they came to warm themselves near the fire of this furnace. The blacksmith glanced only casually. While the blacksmith saw that a wanderer, a vagabond, a rat trap seller has entered. Rat trap seller, he will not know right about him that he is a rat trap seller. But he noticed that a vagabond, a wanderer has entered into his factory. He glanced only casually, very carelessly, not very not very carefully, and indifferently. Indifferently means he was not happy to see this man. Actually, the master blacksmith was not very happy to see this man at the intruder, means at this person. Intruder is a kind of person who enters anywhere illegally. Okay, that is called घुसपैठी. He looked the way people of his type usually did, and he looked the way actually this master blacksmith looked in the same way towards this poor blacksmith as usually people used to see towards of his rank used to see. Means अब ये मास्टर ब्लैक स्मिथ था, यहाँ पे और भी ब्लैक स्मिथ थे, लेकिन ये चीफ ब्लैक स्मिथ था और अपने आप को थोड़ा है प्राउड फील कर रहा था. और मतलब जिस तरह से इसके रैंक के लोग इस तरह के पुअर लोग की तरफ जो जिस तरह से देखना चाहिए, जिस इंडिफरेंस के साथ, जिस हेट्रेड के साथ, और जिस एक ये रूडनेस के साथ, बिल्कुल वैसा ही इसने भी किया. With a long beard, because this rat trap seller having long beard, dirty looking, ragged, he was wearing ragged clothes, old clothes, and with a bunch of rat traps dangling on his chest, and he was with the bunch of a lot of rat traps were dangling is hanging on his chest. So ये जो rat trap seller था उसकी ये कंडीशन थी, उसके long beard थे, dirty दिख रहा था, वो ragged कपड़े पहना था, फटे पुराने कपड़े, और उसके चेस्ट पे बहुत सारे रैट ट्रैप्स झूल रहे थे, लटक रहे थे. तो ऐसे आदमी को देखने के बाद जो इस रैंक का ब्लैक स्मिथ, चीफ ब्लैक स्मिथ, मास्टर ब्लैक स्मिथ रैंक का आदमी का जो होना चाहिए एक ग्लांस, बिल्कुल वही ग्लांस इसने दिया. ही आस्क्ड परमिशंस टू स्टे. So this rat trap seller asked permissions to stay to the master blacksmith, and the master blacksmith nodded with a haughty consent. Haughty means proudy, you can say, bossy. So he nodded, he permitted, but in a just like a boss, without honoring him with a single word, without speaking him with a single word, means he did not speak even a single word to him. The tramp did not say anything. Tramp means this again homeless wanderer is called tramp. So the tramp, this rat trap seller, did not say anything either. He also didn't speak any word to him. He had not come there to talk, but because he was not there to talk to anyone, he only came to that place to warm himself and sleep actually, and he spent that night. In those days, the Ramso iron mill was owned by a very prominent iron master. In those days, while it was running on full swing, the Ramso iron mill, the factory was owned by, the owner of this factory was a very prominent, was a very famous, very good-hearted, very nice iron master. Iron master is the factory owner actually, whose greatest ambition was to ship out good iron to the market. And this owner's, iron master's, only one ambition was there, to ship out, means to supply the good quality iron to the market. He believes in quality. He watches both night and day, and that's why it was his routine to watch both night and day to see that the work was done as well as possible. Means he paid a survey also in daytime also, in night also. ये रूटीन था इस आयरन मास्टर का कि सुबह और दिन और रात दोनों टाइम आकर के विजिट करता था फैक्ट्री का, और खुद इंश्योर होता था कि जो आयरन बन रहा है वो अच्छी क्वालिटी का बन रहा है कि नहीं बन रहा है. And at this very moment, and this was because he paid a routine visit, and this was the very moment he came, that iron master came. मतलब अपने जो रूटीन विजिट था उसका, तो फैक्ट्री अच्छी चलती थी तब भी और अब भी उसका रूटीन विजिट जारी था. भले फैक्ट्री छोटे पैमाने पर चल रही थी, लेकिन वो अभी भी इंश्योर करना चाहता था कि जो भी आयरन बने, थोड़ी ही मात्रा में आयरन बने, लेकिन अच्छी क्वालिटी का आयरन यहाँ पर बने. तो उस अपने रूटीन विजिट में अब वो यहाँ पे आया है, उसी रूटीन विजिट के लिए. बिल्कुल जब ये rat trap seller वहां पहुंचा है, ठीक उसी समय वो आयरन मास्टर भी वहां आया है विजिट पे. He came into the forge on one of the night's round of inspection. It was a night round of inspection, and this iron master arrived. Naturally, the first thing he saw that the tall ragamuffin. Naturally, the first thing which the owner saw, that a very tall sized ragamuffin, means again ragamuffin is used for this rat trap seller. Ragamuffin is a kind of person who was in rags, okay, wearing rags, and muffin is used for a wanderer person, homeless wanderer. So he saw that a very tall size person in rag clothes, looking like wanderer, was there present in his factory, who had eased his way too close to the furnace. And what that man was doing, what this rat trap seller was doing, actually he has eased means he has comforted himself way too close to the furnace, very close to the furnace, that steam rose from his wet rags. मतलब you can say that steam, a lot of steam was coming out of his body. क्यों? ये मतलब आयरन मास्टर जैसे एंट्री किया अपने फोर्ज में, उसने देखा कि एक लंबा फटा पुराना कपड़ा पहना हुआ वांडरर उसके फैक्ट्री में है, जो आराम से लेटा हुआ है, ईज अपने आप को कंफर्ट दे रहा है, और भट्टी के इतने पास वो लेटा हुआ है, फर्नेस के इतने पास लेटा हुआ है कि फर्नेस के हीट की वजह से उसके फटे पुराने कपड़ों से भाप निकल रहा है. The Iron Master did not follow the example of the blacksmith, but the Iron Master did not follow the example of the blacksmith. What blacksmith did with this homeless wanderer? He neither talked him, he neither welcomed him with a single word. But Iron Master is not doing that. Who had hardly deigned to look at the stranger means blacksmith did this. Who had means the blacksmith hardly deigned means scared to look at the stranger. Blacksmith ने उस होमलेस वांडरर की तरफ देखा भी नहीं था ध्यान से, लेकिन आयरन मास्टर ऐसा नहीं किया, उसने वो एग्जांपल फॉलो नहीं किया, उसने डिफरेंट स्ट्रेटेजी अपनाई. ही वॉक्ड क्लोज अप टू हिम. आयरन मास्टर वेंट वेरी क्लोज टू दैट मैन, लुक्ड हिम ओवर वेरी केयरफुली टू दैट मैन, then tore off his slouch hat to get a better view of his face. Then tore off means he removed his slouch hat, his hat which he has slouched means he has bent it, slanted little bit of to cover his face. A better view means to see his face clearly. Iron Master picked the hat from his face. Actually जब ये रेड रेसलर वहां पे लेट रहा है तो इसने अपने चेहरे को कवर कर रखा है अपने स्लाउस में तिरछा एक डिफरेंट टाइप की टोपी, ये हैट होती है जिसमें चारों तरफ इसके जो साइड होते हैं वो टर्न होते हैं, तो उस हैट से इसने अपने चेहरे को ढक रखा है और लेटा हुआ है, तो उसके चेहरे को ठीक से देखने के आयरन मास्टर ने वो कैप रिमूव कर दिया. बट ऑफ कोर्स इट्स यू निल्स ओलोफ. बट एज सुन एज द आयरन मास्टर रिमूव दैट cap from the face of this homeless wanderer, this rat trap seller, he was surprised to notice that this man was not a stranger. This man was familiar to the Iron Master, and he said, "That's you, Nils Olof." Surprisingly, "That's you, Nils Olof." He said, "How you do look, but how you are looking." Means जैसे आयरन मास्टर ने उसके चेहरे से वो स्लाउच हैट हटाया, उसने देखा कि वो रैट ट्रैप सेलर, वो वांडरर कोई स्ट्रेंजर नहीं बल्कि उसका एक फ्रेंड. आप बाद में देखेंगे स्टोरी के नेक्स्ट पार्ट में कि वो जो स्ट्रेंजर था उसका फ्रेंड नील्स ओलोफ था. और सरप्राइजिंग उससे कहा, तुम नील्स ओलोफ, लेकिन तुम किस तरह दिख रहे हो, मतलब तुमने होलिया किस तरह से बदल लिया है, तुम कितना डिफरेंट दिखाई दे रहे हो. थैंक यू स्टूडेंट्स.